Hi, I'm James from Taste of Home, and today we're talking about tenderizing tougher cuts of meat. When you're looking to do quicker cooking methods like grilling or pan searing, tender cuts are usually the ones you go to. But don't forget that the tougher cuts like round or chuck steaks are also good options because they tend to be a little bit more flavorful and they also tend to be a little bit more economical as well. The trick to them is knowing what to do before you actually cook them. The more traditional method is to actually physically tenderize the meat by actually beating it. Now what you can do with our round steak here is we're going to put it on a piece of plastic wrap and then sandwich it with another piece of plastic wrap, and then you're actually going to physically pound on it. I tend to like the meat mallet just because you have a little bit more control. You have two surfaces, one with spikes, one that's smooth. I like the smooth side just because the spikes tend to chew up the meat a little bit too much. When you're beating on it, you're wanting to get a thickness that's about half of what you originally started with. What you're doing by pounding the meat is to actually break some of the collagen bonds that are in the meat. It's going to cook quickly and you're not going to have a tough piece of meat. Another way to quickly tenderize steak is by using salt. Not any salt, coarse, kosher, or sea salt is the best option for you because salt actually will help break down the collagen, but you do need a little bit of time. And so what I do is I'll sprinkle my round steak very liberally with salt and get both sides, and then I'll let this sit at room temperature for about 30 to 60 minutes. But what you're going to want to do before grilling it is brush off or even rinse off a lot of this salt beforehand, otherwise it's going to get very, very salty. Another great way to break down collagen is to marinate your meat in an acidic solution. So here we have a flank steak that's been marinating in a red wine vinegar solution. You can also use citrus juices, tomato sauces, anything like that. Marinate this at least 6 to 8 hours to help break down some of the collagen, but you're also going to absorb some of the flavor into the meat. Avoid using any salt in your marinade though. We're trying to get the acid to work on the collagen, not the salt. The salt is going to work too quickly and you're going to start to break the meat down too much. After you've cooked the meat, there's a couple of other things you can do to ensure that the meat is as tender as possible. First thing is, always let the cooked meat rest for at least 5 to 15 minutes before you slice it. This is going to help relax those muscle fibers and also let the juices redistribute itself throughout the pieces of meat. When you're looking at the tougher cuts of meat, you're going to see a discernible grain to the meat. Like on this flank steak, you can see the fibers running left to right on here. So when you're going to cut it, you're going to want to cut against those fibers. That is where all the toughness is. So in our flank steak here, I'm actually going to saw it at about a 45-degree angle. And then this helps cut it even thinner. For more recipes and techniques, check out tasteofhome.com.